Hi, this is Tanya from Love Buddha Tarot here with the readings for the Sagittarius full moon. I'll just wait for people to come on. I've had a couple of weeks off, so it's the first time I've done this in a while. So I'll just wait for people to come on. I know some people were saying that they weren't getting notifications, but hopefully some people join me. Yay, there's people coming in. So if you can hear me okay, could you just let me know in the comments, please, just because I was having a bit of problems with my mic there as well. Hi, Amy. Hi, petite gal. Yeah, there's people coming in. That's cool. So how's everybody been doing? Like I say, I had a couple of weeks off. I had my cousin staying for a week. And as always, this island brings up so many revelations and things, and I really feel it's going to get, with this Sagittarius moon, it is a powerful one. I've been feeling it for the past week. This weekend it got really, really intense, but in a good way. And then, like I say, there's been some stuff coming through yesterday and today, which I just want to hit on that. So what I'm picking up psychically, and then I will do the cards for all of the readings as well. Okay. So hi, Jennifer. Two Jennifers there. Hi, Debbie, Aline, Robin. Yeah, audio's perfect. Absolutely great. Right, so how's everybody feeling? Are they feeling that this Sagittarius moon is going to be a good one? Or is it filling everybody full of dread like some of the full moons do? I like it. I've been feeling it. I don't know if anybody's seen the live I tried to do on Saturday night. It was really funny. There's a guy came over here from LA, and he's a freestyle rapper. And a friend of mine who's a singer, I ended up meeting them, and we had an amazing day on Saturday at my friend's spiritual center, and there was a lot of healings and everything going on. So the energy was really, really high. And when we were sitting outside on the nighttime, he started just freestyle rapping. And I was like, this is awesome. I'm going to go on Facebook. So we done it. And then he's like kind of talking, and he's like, yeah, and I'm not going to say no, and I'm going to do this and spread the word and everything. And then the guy upstairs shouts, can you be quiet? I'm trying to sleep. And it was like, sorry, senor. So sorry, I did want to share it with you, but it didn't go in the way that we thought. But yeah, I did post one of the videos on YouTube as well. So if anybody wants to see it, it's there. So, right, okay. You love this moon, Amy. Yeah, me too. Me too. I'm getting a really, really good feeling with this, which I'm going to elaborate on in a second. I'm just letting everybody get in. So, right, we got, I think it's a good moon. Yeah. Hiya, Tanya from Holland. Hey. Just decided I'm going to drive my daughter to New York next week for a new job for her. She's going to be a travel nurse. Nice, nice. Right, happy full moon and all blessings. I haven't been feeling physically well since yesterday. Yeah, try and just write that out, because a lot of times when we feel different, we automatically think that we're not feeling well or something like that, whereas really it's just different, okay? And obviously, you know, we've got a lot of planetary stuff going on at the moment as well. We've got Jupiter that is going backwards, I think. And, you know, really notice that, are you not feeling well, or are you just not feeling how you normally do? You know, because this is what we need to do. We really need to get totally into our feels, you know, because when we're working from our head, something's different. It's like, oh, I don't like that, or I feel bad, or, you know, that makes me feel icky or whatever. But when we get into our feels, our feelings are always trying to tell us something. So when we start recognizing them as our first port of call to go to, rather than our head, I think it's the Aborigines who say that we have three brains. We have one in our gut, which we take everything in, which is why you get the gut feeling. Then we process that up through our heart, our other brain, and then our head is just a filter, you know. So it's the gut and the heart that are most important. You know, the head can, you know, the head's got the ego in there, the little voice always, you know, you shouldn't do that, you should be careful, you should be whatever, you know. And it's the ego is not your amigo. So yeah, try and get into your feels a little bit more. Hey Magic, how are you? I love your reading. You're always right in the Cancers reading. I love Cancers. That's why I do love Cancers. I'm not feeling how I normally do. Yes, I am not comfortable in the realm of feels being a mega Libra with a Capri moon. Yeah, so you've got the balance. So this is it. There's something that maybe could be taking you out of your comfort zone, okay? And that could be why you're feeling uncomfortable, because if you've got Capricorn moon, then your emotions, you like to have them steady. You like to have them grounded, with your earth signs. And the Libra is trying to keep the balance, but, open up to it and say, what is this uncomfortableness trying to tell me, okay? So, yeah, that's how I feel with this. Years ago, I learned intuition comes from the sacral chakra, the gut. Yeah, I had an amazing healing last week. A dear friend of mine, Lydia from Etamanel, the shop on the island, she gave me a crystal reading. She said, I want to gift you it, and I was like, oh, yeah, cool. Wow, it was amazing. And there was one part, obviously my eyes were shut, so I didn't know where she was working or where she was putting crystals or anything. And she worked a lot on my sacral chakra as well, which I could feel. I mean, the visions I was getting were really intense. And then all of a sudden I felt her put my hands on my heart, like around my heart area like that. But she hadn't, but I felt them. And then all of a sudden it was like this giant tattoo, because I was like, yeah, I'm going to get that tattooed on me, but I'm not. That was just one of my, yeah, that would be a good idea, but it wouldn't really. But literally I got these like eagle wings came right up, right across my chest. And I heard this voice, and the voice was like booming. It was, like a giant's voice. And it just said, you now have an eagle heart. And it was like, when you have the Hollywood movies and you have the voiceover. And then when I came out of it, she said to me, wow, there was this guy came in around you, she said, and he was huge. He was like a giant. He had all these bones and everything. And she said he jangled like you, because I wear bells on my feet, and wherever I go, you kind of hear me. And she said it was the jangle, the bones were jangling. So that was really, really interesting. So yeah, just a little bit about what's been going on. So, right, everybody's here. So, right, okay, I'm going to get into it because I'm a bit late today. I did have plans to do it, but, as the universe always has other plans, it's like man plans and God laughs, don't they? So, hey, Haley, how are you doing? I'm a Sag, so this moon can be strong for me. Yeah, it will affect you, but if you're Sag moon, did you say? Yeah, so it could affect you emotionally. But I feel that most of us are going to be affected emotionally with this, okay? I'm just going to have a drink, then I'll get on. So I wear a bell around my neck. Oh, and do you like my new crystal? It got charged at the weekend. I love it. I really, really love it. Right. So I'm going to go in with what I'm picking up psychically around this Sagittarius full moon. Okay. And as we know, full moons are here to illuminate. Okay. This is what they're doing. They're shining a light on something that either needs to be addressed or needs to be embraced. And what I've been feeling with this is it is going to be a bit of an emotional one. Okay. But it's almost like, what they've been saying is it's nothing to be scared of, okay? We tend to look at our feelings, our emotions, life in general, and everything. We look at it as either black or white, okay? It's dark or it's light. And that is not the case. If we look at how the universe works, how the world works, there is the darkness and there is the light. So if it's black, that means it's all black. If it's white, that means it's all white. And that isn't how it is. We have, like I say, we have the sun and the moon. They work together in unison. So what it was saying here is, this is masculine, feminine, light, dark, the whole lot, the duality of what life is. So what I feel this Sagittarius moon is coming to show us is that this is about us merging the two of them, realizing that everything is black and white, not black or white. Okay, there's a big difference. That little word "and" makes a huge difference with this. And when we do that, we realize a lot of people were scared to go into our shadow. Thank you so much for that, Amy. Thank you. That's much appreciated. We are scared to go into our shadow. Okay, a lot of people, it's like, no, I've got these dark corners and I'm not going to go in them. That is where the treasure is. When you dive deep, that is when you find the treasure. You don't find it skirting across the surface, I say, you'll have heard me say it before, the Annie Nin quote, that I must be a mermaid because I have no fear of depths and a great fear of shallow living. And I realized when I tried to not, like forget about the dark side, forget about the darkness inside of me as well, I didn't grow. I stagnated, and it wasn't good. It wasn't good for me. So I found that when I dig deep within myself into them dark corners, that is where I have found gold. That is where I have found the thing that is like, right, I've needed that to switch on more. So like I say, our shadow only comes to show us things that need to be addressed. So this is when we're not feeling good, or we're feeling a little bit off sorts, and we're scared to delve deep into ourselves. But the thing is, we should really be scared not to delve deep into ourselves, because, the darkness holds a lot of knowledge as much as the light does. And when we can face that, and face that without fear, this is when it's like, right, okay, we're kind of on a roll here. And this is what this Sagittarius moon is saying, because this Sagittarius moon, it's about adventure. It's about kind of ignition. It's about lighting that spark that is in us, and seeing where that flame goes. Yes, the flames can sometimes go out of control, but they can warm us, we can cook on it, they can nourish us. So it's finding that fire inside of us, okay? And this is why sometimes we might have to go deep. I feel a lot of relationship issues will be highlighted as well. Now, some of these will be amazing, You could meet somebody who, bam, 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 they tick all of the boxes. Some of you could look at your current relationships and think, right, okay, is this what I really want? Because what I feel with this is, everybody knows last year was a tough year. We were tested and tested and tested. We were challenged, and it was tough for us. This year has been a bit of the same. It's been a bit uncomfortable for some, but it's almost like Spirit are saying to you now, right, okay, you've had the lessons, you've learned the knowledge, you've received the wisdom, you have all of this now. Now it's time to get to work, because we have shit to do here. This isn't just about, all right, I'm getting a lesson. This isn't for us. This is for humanity, okay? We all need to step into our power and have our soul set on fire so that we can help the whole. If you have a look behind me there, it says you and me equals us, and this is it. We can't do this. We can't save the world alone, but we can actually help to save the world when we are all ignited and we are all kind of firing on all cylinders, and when our passions are sparked, and when we have this belief that we can do it. When dreamers reunite, right? Sorry, that I meant to say unite, but they said reunite to me there. So when dreamers do this is when we can change the world, and it starts with that single idea that things can be different. You might not know where they are, or what the difference is, but you feel it, okay? And having that belief, having that hope, this is what opens doors for you. So it's a little bit of bravery that's coming in with this as well. But I really feel that this is it. Spirit are saying to you, right, you've learned the lessons. You've been through the boot camp. You know the score now. This is it. There's shit to do. Come on, get it done. And it's almost like being at university and then graduating and then thinking, all right, well, I want to go back to university because it was safe there. You can't do that. That is a stepping stone for which you use for your progression into the real world, okay? And this is what Spirit are saying to us now. This is time to get real. The people that have been over the last few years that, we've kind of, if they're riding our groove and they're still there, great, take them along for the ride. They are your tribe. If there's people not resonating, that you keep giving chances and they're holding you back, okay? So by now, this Sagittarius moon is saying, right, okay, it's time to shut the door completely on your past. Shut the door on your stories, because we all have stories, okay? We all have stories about what's happened to us, what we've experienced or whatever. But when we see it as those stories or those experiences have led us exactly to where we are now, we can see that they're not bad. We're not a victim of our past, okay? We are going to be a victim of our future because of our past. So we signed up for all of this stuff before we were born, so it's, why is this happening to me? It's like, no, this is happening for you. Okay, so it's stop going back and go, yeah, this happened because that happened. This happened because that happened. Shit happens, and we've learned the lessons from it. So now we are ready to go forward, to fully shut that door in the past, to step forward into this adventure that is life, okay? Because it's meant to be fun. And if we look at Sagittarius, they're inspiring, okay? And when you are inspired, you can inspire other people. When you are creating something yourself, then you can co-create with other people. This is it. We've got to be an example. We've got to kind of show the world how it's done, if that makes sense. And there might be people who don't get the groove we're on. That's great. Let them go on their groove, that's fine. It doesn't mean anything bad, and it doesn't mean if you let somebody go that they weren't of great importance. They were, but there's somebody else of great importance that is ready to step in and fill their shoes, and their shoes fit perfectly in this groove. So this is where we are at the moment, and this is what this Sagittarius's moon is saying. And it's almost like, oh, thank you, Jessie. Thank you so much for that. Looking radiant tan. Thank you. I've got a little bit of a glow. Spirit said that to me the other day. They went, you glow, girl. And I was like, hey, I like that one. So yeah, where was I at there? Right, okay. So this is what we're meant to do now. We're meant to experiment. We're meant to have an adventure. We're meant to play. Okay, Sagittarius is I love it because it's almost like the child in us, the inner child, but that inner child who holds so much wisdom, so much more wisdom than the adult in us, So it's time to let our inner child out to play. We need recreation, okay? When we have recreation, when we're having fun, when we're enjoying what we're doing, this is when we are feeling more inspired. This is when our passions are rising, and this is when we will attract the like-minded people to us. If we're still living as a victim of our past and what happened to us, and we're living in this victimhood, we're going to attract other people who are in victimhood, So it's, what do you want? You can't say, God, I want to live this amazing life and, have adventure all the time and everything, if you're still vibrating on your past vibration. So this is it. It's time to step up now, okay? And it's time to play. And it's time to even play with our emotions as well, really dig into them. Almost like I'm getting there. This is weird. I'm getting like Play-Doh. Can you remember Play-Doh? God, I used to love the smell of that. But it's that we can mold our future. We can mold our future in the way that we want to. It's almost like the future is in our hands. We are the artist. We can sculpt it, and this is what they're trying to say to us. It's time now, okay? And if you're not doing what you love, then stop it.